Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria, Yoko Island, Liberia, I wanna know ya. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria,
what's up, y'all? Hey! What y'all know about that African Ancestry theme song? African Ancestry gets it. Black owned. Hey, what's up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Michael Friend, I see you. We got New Orleans in the house. Hey, we got the theme song producer in the house. What's up? What's up? Hey. Look, y'all see what I'm wearing? Hey, the house up. All right. It's good to see you guys. I see you, Tiffany. I see your post. And can you DM us your kid ID number so I can check into that myself for you? Welcome to African Ancestry Family Conversations. I'm over here clowning. You know how I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But look, we have masks. If you're part of the African Ancestry family, you should have gotten an email. Or if you're on our mailing list, you would have gotten an email letting you know about our masks. We are doing a pre-order for masks. I'm so excited. I love these masks. They're handmade for us in Ghana. They're embroidered with country flags and with our logo. And we have about 13 different countries. We didn't leave anybody in the family out this time. I don't think. We even got Bioko Island. We got y'all with an Equatorial Guinea flag. They are FDA, they are Ghanaian FDA approved. So they have a built-in filter that is washable. These loops are surgical grade elastic, so they're very comfortable. They don't have your ears sticking out. You know how some of these masks are. So hey, go to AfricanAncestry.com. They're in the apparel and gift section of our shopping cart. I'm Gina Paige, president and co-founder of AfricanAncestry.com. Yes, Michael Friend, you have to get one for Sierra Leone and get one for Jody too for her results, her ancestry. Hey, Mary, good to see you. I'm so happy you all are here. You know, we are the pioneers of genetic ancestry tracing for Black people around the world. You all have been DMing me and texting me and emailing us and posting in the comments and posting on Twitter about this recent ancestry testing company that's been in the news for selling for $4.7 billion with a B, $billion, and wondering if that's us. No, that's not us. One humongous difference between us and them is that we don't sell or share your genetic information, period. Never have. We just don't do it. And companies that are doing that, to me, are no different than their ancestors who sold us on an auction block. That's how they built their wealth in this country, and that's how they're building their wealth right now with that $4.7 billion valuation. So rest assured that we are Black owned. We are for the people, by the people. We have Black scientists, Black staff. We use Black vendors. I found a Black printer today. Shout out to Black Classic Press. They have a printing arm that's a gooddaytoprint.com. Nicole, if you could put that in the comments, a gooddaytoprint.com. Been in the business for a very long time and recently launched this printing arm. So we're going to be using them for our things, and I recommend them to you as well. I'm so happy to see all of you here. It's Thursday and it's time for an African Ancestry Family Conversation, as we do every Tuesday and Thursday. And I know that I'm looking forward to, look, you all just don't know. Our guest, she's just incredible. Okay, Cedricant wants to know, do I need to get 4 tests, 2 for my mom and 2 for my dad? Well, your mother has a maternal line and a paternal line. Your father has a maternal line and a paternal line. So if you want to get all 4 of those ancestries, then you would need 4 tests. So that's the answer to that question. As I look for Wendy Cherry, I think she's on Instagram as Awaken and Heal. Wendy is a good friend, a personal friend. She's a good friend of African Ancestries, and she has an amazing, incredible African ancestry experience. Nutshell says, I was just watching your video with Drake. Yes, Drake Reed. I wish we were doing not the real Drake, because he is the real Drake. Drake the entertainer, but that's Drake Reed, part of the African Ancestry family. And so, yeah, I'm excited for Wendy to share her story with you all. We don't even have enough time for all of her story, to be honest. Wendy, if you could please do a friend request to join the video, because I think that I missed you. I'm so happy. Purple Fish, you can get a mask. They're right on African Ancestry's shopping cart in the apparel and gift section. We had an amazing conversation yesterday over on YouTube and Facebook. If you all get some time, please check it out. We talked about transitions and how death is defined in different communities around the diaspora, different traditional spiritual systems and rituals and practices, that many of which we practice today and probably have no idea of their origins. And so it was really, really good. Bishop X12, how much for all 4 tests? So there's a $25 per test discount when you buy multiple kits. And so I think it's going to be, for 4 tests, it's going to be $10.96, I think is what that is. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, Wendy, thank you. So you all, I love Wendy Cherry. Like I said, she is a very good friend of mine personally and of African ancestry. Hey!
Hi!
How you doing?
Hi, Gina. How you doing? Hi, African Ancestry Family.
Girl, I'm doing well. I was in here jamming to our theme song and showing off our new masks and everything. Woo!
Hey.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too.
Okay, we'll catch up later. So we start every conversation with 3 words. I'm gonna give you a word and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind, okay?
Okay, ready.
Africa.
Home.
DNA.
Identity.
Identity.
Who I be.
Who I be. Okay, we haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one. So tell us who you are, Wendy Cherry, and what's your path to taking a condensed version, probably, of your path to taking an African ancestry test.
So welcome. Thank you for having me, Gina, again. I am Wendy Cherry, and I actually was given the test in 2007.
Woo-hoo!
So, you know, I was an early adapter because I was adopted and I was trying to figure out who I was. So besides the familial lineage I was trying to figure out, I wanted to know all the way back to Africa. So I got the test in 2007, and it just so happens I got the results on December 12th, 2007. And that was the day that I went to my dad's funeral. So when I came home after the funeral, the results were on the bed. And in my mind, that was the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. And I opened it up and it said, Cameroon, the Mafa people, M-A-F-A. I had no idea what that meant. So I'm a Googling fool trying to figure it out. And there was really nothing there. So from 2007 all the way to probably 2012, I just knew that it was Mafa people of Cameroon. And then our mutual friend Ty introduced us. And, you know, I got to learn more, and then I got connected with the embassy because of you. And then I actually went to Cameroon in 2015. So that's just the maternal side. The paternal side is Temne of Sierra Leone. And then the paternal side is Germany, which is, you know, like Gina always says, white men were having black babies.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just that simple.
Yeah.
So, Wendy, I love what you're talking about in terms of the closing of one chapter and opening of another.
Yeah.
Last night on our Facebook and YouTube live, we had Maisha Hyman and Tony Browder, and I think
I
you were
watched it.
on. Yeah,
I
I saw
watched
your name on there.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how death is not really, it's not a stop. It's not a
Right.
full stop.
Right.
It's just movement to the next plane, and what the ancestors, when you become an ancestor, what you then, let me take a step back. When our ancestors transition to that plane, they then can continue to engage with us. And so I feel like there's something special in your father's passing and you getting that information.
I knew it on top. I knew it intuitively. Yeah. I knew it that day that there was something special about that. And I like how Tony puts it. He says life after life. I heard him say it yesterday. I'm going to use that from now on.
I'm sure he would love that. he would welcome that. So, Wendy, what does it mean to you? I know that you are adopted. You have we learned about your story in your book.
Yep.
Do you have the book there? Yes, show everybody the book.
Yes.
And so we know that you're adopted and that you found your biological family, many family members over the years, and traced different lineages.
Yes.
How does finding out where you're from in Africa impact, if at all, your learning of your genealogy? All these new family members that come into your sphere.
Right. It is amazing because I went from, and I had a beautiful upbringing. My mom loved me and took care of me, and the family that I was adopted into, we all have a great relationship to this day. So I don't want to take anything away from that, but I always did feel, if you can picture the earth and picture an astronaut just hanging off into the ether, really not feeling a grounding or connected to anything. I didn't look like anybody. I knew I was loved, but I didn't look like anybody. I didn't have hair like anybody. So my color wasn't like anybody. So I felt a little bit out there. So being able to connect the family first. So I went from being the eldest of 2 siblings to being the 6th of 10.
Ooh.
And I only learned all this stuff it only got to where I got the 10 in 2017 and in 2019. So this is all new. This really is all new. So having the grounding so when I went to Cameroon in 2015, I went to Limbe Beach, which is near a place called Bimbia, which is the door of no return, I guess, for Cameroon. Now, I couldn't get there because it was too rocky and muddy that day. But I went to the beach and I did my own ceremony of giving an offering to the grandmother, the great, 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 great African ancestral grandmother who was kidnapped from Cameroon, from the Mafa people. And I come to learn that there were a lot of traumas and a lot of things that were happening in my family line. And so I am the chosen one to break that shit, break it. And so I knew it then. I knew it beforehand, and I was getting a lot of pushback from people, but I knew it then. And I went there to ask her blessing and to thank her for her fortitude to getting me to where I was at that moment in 2015. And I was able to do all that before connecting with my additional siblings these are full-blooded siblings, mind you, full-blooded. And so having that foundation has been amazing to be able to even share it with my family members. And as new people come in, it might not be siblings, but there's a rack of cousins.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can share this information. And for me personally, I feel like I'm 20 feet tall. So think of, if anybody has gone to Abu Simbel and then you see the people sitting down on those. So I guess the archaeologist French stole his design for Lincoln. If you've ever been to the Lincoln Memorial, see how big he is. That's how it is in Abu Simbel, in Kemet. And that's how tall I feel, knowing where I'm coming from because of your test. So I have been an advocate for everybody to take this test, because especially now, it's like a balm to me, a BALM. It's a balm to my soul to know, to be more connected now. Whereas if it had happened, if I didn't know this stuff, I probably would be as hysterical as I see people who are now with what's going on.
That's a really good point. If you're just joining us, a couple of people have asked, what DNA test did you take? So we're AfricanAncestry.com. We are the only DNA test that can place maternal and paternal ancestry in a present day African country and ethnic group. So it's AfricanAncestry.com is where you are, and we're the test that you should take. And the test that Wendy's talking about. So Wendy, you introduced this idea of ancestry to new family members. How has the reception been?
Well, it's been amazing. I mean, everybody's open to the information, even if they didn't even consider it before. A lot of times people don't even think about it. They just say, oh, I'm African American, but there really is no connection. So I think it has given them at least a place to say that they know that's where they're from. Nobody is as zealous as I am about it, but
you're the chosen one, though, so they're not supposed to be. Yeah.
So I don't even, I just know that I'm able to pass the information on. Whoever is interested in it, then they can, tell anybody they know. So I'm the one who did the groundwork, and now they are able to know, period.
So Wendy, you know that at African Ancestry, we are in the business of being Black. And that means that we sell a product or service that empowers, educates, and informs Black people on their culture.
Right.
And you are doing some amazing work, and we support Black businesses.
Yes.
And so you are doing some amazing work with your business, and I want you to share with people, because I've watched you turn into a teacher. I've watched you turn into a teacher, a healer, an expert in holistic nutrition. I've had a front row seat in the transformation of you as a woman. And I really want people to know about the work that you do. In addition, you showed your book, but I want them to know where they can get the book, how they can follow you, and all of that.
So I was in the entertainment industry for combined in different roles on artist advocacy for maybe like 15 years. And I realized it wasn't my destiny and purpose at the end of the day. So I realized it because my body was becoming ill from the stress. Like all these things we're living now, I kind of went through this in a crash course about 4 or 5 years ago. And so I left the industry and started studying health because I was trying to heal myself. And then I became certified as an integrative nutrition health coach, because in all my classes and everywhere, nobody was looking like me. And the teachers weren't looking like me, but they were given some amazing information. So I was like, who's going to tell the people? So I started the Goddess Awakening and Healing Sanctuary. And it's basically a coaching business. So it's a few different things. I see some IIN grads. Hey, y'all. I started a coaching business so that I can share the information specifically with Black women, because I feel like if you heal a Black woman, you can heal her family, and then the ripple effect would be to the rest of her extended family. So the term is, if you heal a woman, you heal a nation. That's the term. And so I believe that. So, it is health coaching. I do one-on-one. I just finished a 6-week program, what I call them the Goddess. We're having Goddess gatherings, and we just talked about all things health. And what I've been moving towards, so don't come to me for the diets, because I don't talk about diet. I talk about everything that nourishes, because everybody's body is different. And so what the goal is to inspire, empower, and educate women to become their most unapologetic and healthy self. And the most important part is by tapping into the goddess within. We were all born worthy, all born goddesses and gods, you know. And so just my goal is to help you remember that, because I had to remember it, and I have to still remember it almost every day. I have to keep reminding myself, I'm a god, I'm a goddess, I can do this, I am magic, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I do like virtual. So now we're in the virtual space, so life is different. But I used to do supermarket tours. I would take you to the store and teach you how to don't get ganked by all the healthy, nutritious stuff that they got there. And so my goal now is to move people specifically in this time into themselves, to put you back in the mirror for your own reflection. So instead of being so tied into AI, artificial intelligence, I am telling you, you are the original Google. So I share how you can tap back into yourself through my classes. And I'm excited because I'm teaching the Sankofa homeschool this year.
Oh, nice.
Starting September 19th. I'm going to start teaching the babies, because I feel like the earlier you can remember this information, the better you'll be. And then I have a radio show, the Sanctuary Radio Show. If you go to wendycherry.com, everything is there. And we just did Grow Your Own Food yesterday. And then on Friday, tomorrow, we're actually having a psychiatrist and one of my closest friends on to talk about depression during COVID and depression during, white insecurity and white fragility, and how we are, keeping ourselves together. So that's tomorrow. So if you go to wendycherry.com, all of the information is there. And then I have a book, and I talk about my journey. I talk about going to Kemet. I talk about going to Cameroon. I talk about how Gina's test and African ancestry, how it impacted my life. And even in the back, it's called From Jersey to Me, The Awakening and Healing of a Goddess. I'm from Jersey. I was trying to awaken, and when you awaken, you heal. And then there's mantras, and there's work. It's a workbook. And in the back, there's a resource guide. And Gina's information in African ancestry is in there because it was so impactful on my life. I have to share it with anybody who will listen. So that's me.
Wow. Listen, everything we need is in the family. That's my new mantra, is that the African Ancestry family is full, it's overflowing with experts in any area that you could possibly want. And my goal is to share them with you here on Instagram Live. And Wendy is no exception to that. I can attest firsthand that she's outstanding at what she does. And I really hope you put her website in the chat. And so I hope that you all would check her out. You're also on Instagram as Awaken and Heal, right?
Yeah. So my Instagram is Awaken and Heal. And then my regular website is wendycherry.com. And then, by the way, when I was doing my editing, Gina was a content editor for me, making sure I was tight, making sure you were able to, read along and it made sense. So I appreciate you for that.
Oh, of course, anytime. We look, you're not going to find my DNA through any other company to confirm our biological relationship, but we are definitely sisters spiritually. So
we are.
That just goes without saying. So everybody, listen, this is what you get when you trace your ancestry with AfricanAncestry.com. It is an experience. It is not just a test kit.
Right.
The DNA is the first step. But then once you take the test, you join our online community, which is exclusive to our family on Facebook, where they are in there sharing resources and information and trivia and Talk Africa live broadcasts. And you get the first, the inside scoop on our new products. They knew about the mask before anybody else knew about the mask. All kinds of things, special just for those of us who have traced our ancestry through AfricanAncestry.com. And then you're part of a global community, global community of people. We've tested people in 66 different countries, Wendy. Can you believe that? 66 different countries.
You know, I'm able to see some of the stuff. I'm so amazed that where people trace, we're all over the place. We're all over.
It's incredible. Yeah. And so, you know, anyway, and then we have African Ancestry Family Reunions once the world opens back up and we feel comfortable. Yes. We will be leading curated birthright journeys home to the places that we share ancestry with, places like Burkina Faso and Sierra Leone and Ghana, Senegal, and the list goes on. And you can only do that if you're part of the African Ancestry family. And so the other thing is we bring you programming. I don't know. No one's told me that they have seen the CEO of Ancestry.com or 23andme.com or Family, any of these other direct-to-consumer DNA testing companies. They're not on here talking with you.
Well, because you guys are the originators. You've been the trailblazers. So they always are following. They're always following you all. We are the originators. You all are the originators. So it's not even like something for us to consider because we just do what we do. They follow.
Exactly. And so this is all part of the experience when you take an African ancestry test. And there is a link in the bio where you can get more information about the test. If you're not quite ready, but you're interested in where you think you may be from, we have a quiz. You can take our quiz to see which ethnic groups you share things in common with. And and we're here live every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm not going to keep you all night, Wendy. I appreciate you. I am very proud and grateful for the amount of work that you put in. I keep telling people, we come online and the guests I bring, they look effortless. They can talk about this stuff like, oh, this ain't nothing. But it's the result of years and years of work and research and commitment and investment that you've made in yourself so that we get to benefit. And so thank you.
Well, thank you
for doing that work.
Can I share one little thing, Gina?
Yes. Yes.
So listen, you all, get the test, right? This is what I did in like 2013, 2014. I had my family guess where we thought we were from. And then at Thanksgiving, we revealed the results.
That's right.
You can do that. Like, you can make it fun for the whole family. They can put 5 on it. You know, you guys come together, but make it fun. Make it where they have to guess. And it changes the thing, except for you saying, I took a test and we waiting for the results. No, bring the family in. So that's just one fun tip. And we had a ball doing it.
That's a great tip. And especially now that so many people are homeschooling or at least helping their children with schoolwork at home. This is a science project. It's a history project. It's a math project. It's a family research project. It's a presentation project. There's a lot of educational value, not just for us as adults, but for our children as well. So maybe we need to come in and do a special class in the Sankofa homeschool. That's something we can talk about.
Yes.
That might be fun.
Yeah, we can do it. I'm creating the curriculum now. I got 10 weeks. We'll put you in a week. Absolutely.
All right. Well, everybody, listen. We know that this thing is nowhere near over. It just isn't. And so I'm encouraging everybody to do like me and Wendy are doing. Continue to social distance. Yep. Continue to wear your mask. Hey, look, we got you if you need a mask. Yeah. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to support your immune system.
Yeah.
And if you need help with that, we just told you where to go at Awaken and Heal on Instagram, wendycherry.com. And even most importantly, please continue to support your mental health. If you have been thinking about somebody, this happened to me today. I've been thinking about somebody, didn't call them, didn't text them, then they text me. So now I'm like, oh man, I was just thinking about you. Yeah. Just reach out. It's just a text. It's a quick call. You know how good it feels when someone does it for you. So pay it forward and do it for someone else. And if you need more resources in your network, please, please, please find them and get them. There's no shame in getting help. There's absolutely no shame. Our ancestors had all sorts of rituals and practices to support their mental health. It's a part of who we are.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's what the show
Until
tomorrow on the Sanctuary Radio Show.
oh,
We're having a psychiatrist come on tomorrow to talk about how to navigate it, and then also some tips on if you are considered the strong one, what you can do if you're considered the strong one, and you check on everybody, but nobody checks on you. So that's on Facebook at Awaken and Heal 9. That'll be there tomorrow at 7 p.m.
okay, hold on. Let's put that Awaken and
Heal
Heal
9
9.
on Facebook.
Heal 9 on Facebook.
Yep.
Okay, I have a typo here. Look at me trying to multitask. I know that Nicole's probably going to do it for me. There we go. All right. Well, until we meet again, everybody, may you be happy.
Yes.
May you be healthy. And may you be whole. Take care, Wendy. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a great night.